Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. It's the backup channel backing Celeb up and bringing you all the breaking news. The other day, a young African-American woman known as Juror number 1004 in the Young Thug RICO case was reprimanded by Chief Judge Juror Glanville and subsequently handcuffed and escorted to jail for 3 days because the judge held her in contempt of court. Apparently, after the judge explicitly gave instructions to the pool of jurors that nothing in the courtroom could be recorded, the woman took out a cell phone and proceeded to record the proceedings inside the courtroom on March 17th. When the judge questioned the woman as to why she was recording, she simply said this was her first time in court and she didn't know that she couldn't record until somebody behind her tapped her on the shoulder and told her, "You can't record." Now, after she said that, Judge Glanville was like, "Wait, you didn't hear me tell you couldn't record?" And she was like, "No, I couldn't hear you. People were talking." And after she said that dumb ish out of her mouth, the judge was like, "You know what? You're getting 3 days in jail." But listen, I could tell you the story, but you gotta see it for yourself. Check this out.
At this point in time, why shouldn't I hold you in willful contempt?
Okay, so I'm gonna explain everything that happened that day on the 17th of March.
Okay, but before then, do you recall this court giving you the ad nauseum admonitions about acceptable behavior?
About having phones out?
Yes.
At the moment when we came in.
Didn't I tell you to turn your phone off?
It was, I'm gonna be truthfully and very honest. When it was a lot going on, we had just come from different
Answer
floors.
my question first and then you can explain it. Do you recall us telling you to turn off your cell phones?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you also recall me going through a litany of different things that would cause us to potentially put the case in jeopardy. Do you remember me saying that to you?
I mean, I couldn't hear. It was so much people. It was so many people talking and so many people doing different things. So people were talking when I was giving that admonition to you? Yes.
Meaning that you didn't hear it? You didn't
Yes.
hear any of the 10 minutes that I went through on the record about the things you couldn't do? Specifically, you couldn't research on Google. You couldn't go ahead and otherwise contact your friends on social media. Do you remember that?
Well, I remember the part when you saying we had to, but I didn't hear the turn off the phone.
Remember
until the
me
middle of the
talking
speech.
about no social media?
Yes.
Do you remember me also pointing to the placards that are on the wall about social media and the things you cannot do?
And I didn't see that until after the fact.
You don't recall me pointing that out to you?
No, sir.
Listen, I don't think this chick should have got 3 days. And you know why? I think there are mitigating factors. I think that this chick is slow. Because I don't know if it's just me, but this chick said, "I heard you say no phones, but I didn't hear you say no phones." I'm done. Look, I know darn well that Judge Glanville is like, what the hell is wrong with my people? Because first, you got Young Thug and his boys like passing drugs in a courtroom. Then you got the chick who doesn't show up to court and he's got to make her write like the 30-page essay. And now you got this chick trying to record the proceedings. I mean, this is ridiculous, people. But while we're on the subject of ridiculousness, check out this next story. According to reports, 2 ex-employees of Kanye West's Donda Academy School have filed a racial discrimination lawsuit against the school, Kanye, and 3 of the school's directors. According to court documents, Cecilia Haley and Shakari Byers, who were the only 2 African-American teachers at Donda, claim that the school did not follow state regulations, and they also say that teachers didn't receive the proper training required by law and that there were multiple health and safety violations in the school building. Now, in the paperwork that they filed with the court, these 2 chicks listed a whole bunch of complaints, which included 1. Donda Academy does not have proper disciplinary system. Students were often subject to severe bullying. 2. There was no school nurse or janitor in the school, and defendant West did not believe in cleaning products containing chemicals, so teachers were only allowed to clean with acid water and microfiber cloths. 3. There were no trash cans outside of the classrooms or the kitchen. 4. Rules that Kanye West put in place included no crossword puzzles or coloring sheets, and there were no classes on the second floor because West reportedly did not want children or staff to go upstairs since he is reportedly afraid of stairs. 5. All cups and bowls in the school had to be gray, and there was no color in the classrooms or artwork hung up, and everyone was required to wear black. And 6. The only lunch available for students was sushi every single day. Students were not allowed to bring any outside food or anything other than water. It was widely known that defendant West spends $10,000 a week on sushi. And I mean, I could keep going, but the list just keeps going on and on. Now, according to the 2 women who filed the lawsuit, the director of Donda called them aggressive when they spoke out about some of this nonsense. And they said, quote, "We believe that this type of comment facilitates stereotypes about African American women as being confrontational simply for doing their job and voicing their legitimate concerns in order to provide a safe environment and proper education for their students." End quote. The 2 teachers also allege that they were terminated in March of 2023 without any reason being provided, so that's why they're suing for unspecified damages. When speaking about the lawsuit, the women's attorney, Ron Zambrano, said, quote, "Kanye West is clearly as bad at running a school as he is in managing his own personal and professional life, enabling an unsafe and illegal school environment for students that also discriminated against the plaintiffs based on their race." End quote. Yo, what is Kanye over there doing? How are you running a school? You got no janitors, you got no school nurse, you're feeding the kids sushi day in and day out, you got no trash cans. What is that? I mean, it sounds like these 2 chicks have a case. I'm just not sure whether they have a racial discrimination case. But that's just me. Let me know what you think. Do you think that these 2 chicks are gonna win against Kanye in a court of law? Let me know what you think in the comments. And while you're down there making a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, check it out. Usually comedians stick together. It's like they're in a fraternity, or it's like the 3 Musketeers and they're on some one for all and all for one type ish. But recently, mad comedians have been calling your girl Monique out for her new Netflix special, My Name is Monique. For example, during an interview on Comedy Hype, Pierre said, quote, "She dropped the F-bomb, the MF-bomb, the B-bomb, the C-bomb, the D-bomb, the ABCDEFG bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, bomb. I think she's too funny of a comedian to be overshadowed, and it overshadowed her whole act. A lot of MFs were dropped throughout that whole thing, man, and I just think it was too much. It was overload. Now, her fans are gonna enjoy it. That's what they like. That's what they came for. But I don't know if she's gonna necessarily garner any new fans. Not with that language. It was way overboard." End quote. Now, after Pierre shared his thoughts, comedian Capone chimed in and said, quote, "I personally, as a comedian, use a lot of foul language. I just think it was excessive. She used a lot of excessive unnecessary. There's a difference between someone who curses and someone who curses unnecessarily. There were like words that were there that didn't have to have a curse word in it, and it was the same curse all the time. So, like I said, I curse a lot, but my professionalism of cursing is not to just curse unnecessarily. And for her to be a veteran, and this is just my opinion, I think it was a lot of unnecessary cursing. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the whole thing, but the stuff that I saw, if you count the curses, it was more curses than actual words." End quote. And then, after those 2 shared their opinion, Faizon Love jumped online and posted a picture of Monique with a caption that said, "Monique comedy special, MF and Ninja forces Netflix to file extortion charges." End quote. Now, after Faizon made that post, a whole bunch of people came in his comment section, and one person said, quote, "I loved it. She told her story and stayed true to herself. Original queen of comedy. Stop playing with Mo," end quote. And then after that, another person came through and said, quote, "I have to say, I was disappointed in the special. I stopped watching at 20 minutes and 12 seconds. I was rooting for her, but I was shocked it wasn't that good," end quote. And then after that, another person came through and said, quote, "How we do us saddens me to my core. She has her own unique style of comedy. Even if it's not what you like, applaud that she got one. Hashtag one for the team. When the white executives see that we don't support us, they won't either. Think, black people," end quote. Listen, I watched the special, and for me, it wasn't my cup of tea. And I do agree that there was a whole lot of excessive, unnecessary cursing. And while I do believe that her telling her truth was cathartic to her, I must say it was not comedy gold to me. But let's keep it real. Different people like different things and people are different. So you might laugh at it because like they say, some people say potato and some people say potato. And even though I've never heard anybody in the world say potato, you know the saying and you know exactly what I mean. But my question for the young lady who says that we should support black no matter what is, what do you think those white executives think when they see a black person standing up on that stage saying the N-word, the C-word, and the B-word over and over again? I mean, Monique walked away with a fat check for like $13 million. But how does that progressively benefit the rest of the black community? Listen, if you had a chance to see Monique's special, do you agree with Pierre Capone and Faizon? Do you think that she went overboard with the cursing? Let me know what you think in the comments. And really quick, as far as the chick goes who came in the comment section talking about we should support stuff just because it's black, I vehemently disagree because I don't support nothing just because it's black. What I do is I support black excellence, but I do not support black trash. And let's be clear, I'm no longer talking about Monique's special. I'm just talking in general. So for example, when I voted for Barack Obama, I didn't vote because he was the first black man that could potentially become president. I voted for Barack Obama because he was the best candidate who just so happened to be black. You see the difference? And let me just say, I would have never voted for Ben Carson. And guess what? Ben Carson is black. You see what I'm saying? But listen, you guys didn't tune in to listen to my politics, so let me get to the next story. The other day, Little Bow Wow, or should I say Bow Wow, appeared on Matt Hoffa's My Expert Opinion podcast. And while he was there, he spoke about the challenges that he endured transitioning from a child star to an adult in the entertainment business. Bow Wow said that at one point in his career, he was receiving mad hate online and basically became a joke on the internet due to the advent of meme culture. But Bow Wow also said that he understands that a lot of that hate that he was receiving online was partially due to his own childish antics. When talking about that time period, Bow was like, quote, "That's when I was like, okay, a lot of this ish is self-inflicted," end quote. Now, after that, Bow Wow went on to say that fortunately, Puff Daddy pulled him aside and checked him during a pajama party that he was hosting. When speaking about Puff giving him guidance, Bow said, quote, "That ninja told me straight up, don't be doing no clown-ish. What's wrong with you? Ninja, you know we don't associate with no clown-ish. You bow, ninja. You better understand your brand and get out here and go to work," end quote. Listen, I don't know if it's just me, but I would have a hard time listening to some dude tell me that I shouldn't be out here doing no clown-ish when he's like 50 years old, chilling at my pajama party. I mean, I'm just over here shaking my head because I mean, if it was me, like, you can't be doing no clown-ish and then be trying to tell me not to do no clown-ish. Listen, let me know what you think about your boy Bow, and let me know what you think about the advice that your boy P. Diddy gave Bow while he was at the pajama party. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.